Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get
The
started.
Renault Clio E-Tech and the Renault ZOE E-Tech are two French utility cars in vogue that, with an acceptable trunk, 5 doors, and 5 seats in both cases, use different propulsion system. The first installs a non-plug-in hybrid gasoline engine with 140 horsepower of power, while the second equips a front electric motor with 136 horsepower in combination with the larger battery, 52 kilowatt-hours, although it is also available with less power, 109 horsepower, and less energy storage capacity, 41 kilowatt-hours. At CarWow ES, we have set out to analyze which of the two is more worthwhile from a purely economic point of view, without going into a comparison of their technical, performance or equipment features, which are essentially very similar. Read our tests for more information. In order to know which Renault is more profitable in the long term, we have conducted a small cost study with both models. To do this, we have assumed an estimated use of 10 years, during which time a total of 100,000 kilometers will be covered, 10,000 kilometers per year on average. These are normal figures for two cars that, in most situations, will have the role of second vehicle of a family unit and will move in eminently urban environments. Of course, we have also considered the cost of acquisition, lower cash price with offer in CarWow ES, the maintenance stipulated by the brand, a change of conventional tires, the aid of the Moves 3 plan and the price of gasoline or electricity, as well as taxes applicable in the Community of Madrid, only as a reference. For the consumption of L/100 km or kilowatt-hour/100 km, we have chosen to use those approved according to the WLTP mixed cycle. Given the variability of the price of insurance depending on the type of policy, third party, comprehensive, with or without excess, etc. The particularities of the driver, sex, age of license, place of residence, type of garage, declared claims, current insurance company, level of use of the car, dependent children, etc. And the changes that may occur over the years depending on the company and the characteristics of the contract, this criterion has not been taken into account. Data and calculations applied. Minimum price on CarWow ES, Renault Clio E-Tech Equilibre, €22,305, official RRP, €23,500. Renault ZOE E-Tech Life, €31.455, official RRP, €32.480, fuel and electricity price, 95 octane gasoline, 1.60 euros/L, average in Spain as of February 2022. Electricity, 0.15 euros per kilowatt-hour, nightly average in Spain as of February 2022. Official consumption, Renault Clio E-Tech, 4.4 L/100 km, which is €7,040 over 100,000 kilometers. Renault ZOE E-Tech, 17.7 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers, which is €2,655 in 100,000 kilometers. Registration and circulation taxes, Renault Clio E-Tech. €0 registration and €590 circulation in 10 years. Renault ZOE E-Tech, €0 registration and €150 circulation in 10 years. Other aspects to consider. The 100% electric model requires the installation of a domestic charger that has an average cost of €1,500, although manufacturers can include this supplement in the sale price of the vehicle. In addition, this car is eligible for state subsidies for the purchase of new cars, being able to benefit from up to €7,000 if another with more than 7 years old is scrapped. More details on the Moves 3 plan can be found at the following link. Results and conclusions. Renault Clio E-Tech, €31,535 over 10 years and 100,000 kilometers. Renault ZOE E-Tech, €35,460 in 10 years and 100,000 kilometers, as can be seen, and unlike what happens with other counterpart car models that are already cheaper in their electric version today, the hybrid Clio is cheaper in the long run than the electric ZOE. Specifically, there is almost €4,000 of divergence, $3,925. However, the latter, which has a higher starting price, manages to substantially reduce its disparity with the former, proving that it is more affordable to maintain over time. The Renault Clio E-Tech is the winner in this succinct comparison, but not to all intents and purposes. If a state aid is contemplated through the Moves 3 plan worth €4,500, the minimum without scrapping, the situation is reversed. And the great contrast between the acquisition costs of the two products is automatically compensated, resulting in the Renault ZOE E-Tech being more advantageous, which makes its victory conditional on public contributions. Its zero label has more advantages. In conclusion, choosing between the Renault Clio Hybrid and the Renault ZOE Electric ultimately depends on your individual needs and driving habits. The Clio Hybrid offers the flexibility of a petrol engine with the added efficiency of hybrid technology, making it a great option for those who frequently drive longer distances. On the other hand, the ZOE Electric stands out with its zero emissions and lower running costs, ideal for urban commuters and environmentally conscious drivers. Consider factors such as your budget, charging infrastructure, and typical usage patterns to determine which vehicle aligns best with your lifestyle. Whichever you choose, both models showcase Renault's commitment to innovation and sustainability in the automotive industry.